Welcome back to Rejects and Friends Shot in the Dark. Folks, we are having a fantastic time today, and the good times will continue rolling. But I would just like to say that Rejects and Friends is proud to announce the beginning of our resume builder. That is right, you can sign up. It runs concurrently with Event Horizon, and it is an excellent opportunity if you want to submit to any events, anything like that, and you'd like to have a more official marathon style run, then just sign up for that and we can get you fitted onto a schedule. But in the meantime, we have an incredible run of Fever Meme Any Percent run by the also incredible Squirrel. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Squirrel, otherwise known as Squee. Fever Meme is the first speedrun game I've ever done, and so far the only. This is a pretty short run, but it's got some cool tricks in it, and I'm excited to show off an indie game. Hasfar, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, I'm Hasfar. I'm here for moral support, basically.
All right.
Squeeze my friend, and I wanted to be yapping during it because I thought that would be nice.
All right, sounds good. And let's get this run going. So this text actually is a very fun part of my speedrun normally because this typewriter segment is randomly generated. So it's just a fun little RNG moment on if I'm gonna gain or lose a second on that typewriter
Salvador here will
text.
guide you through the tutorial.
What are we doing in
Hola,
Wyoming?
soy secretamente un dictador fascista.
Salvador is gonna go ahead and introduce himself. If you speak Spanish,
Si llegas al verdadero final me encontrarás allí.
he's not exactly the kind of guy that the captions make him out to be, but that's alright. He's being helpful for now. Just run over here and wait for this portal to spawn. A lot of these levels are very, very short. Most of this game is
All right,
3D
the first actual
platforming.
map of the game. Good luck. Have
This
fun.
narrator is also very yappy, as I'm sure you can tell already. He is sarcastic and mean for the most part, and does constantly make fun of you if you are bad at the game. This game also has a couple, like, stories going on at the same time. There's a lot of dev notes in here. You'll probably see some of them pop up throughout the run. I don't know if I'll be able to stop to read any of them except for one, but I do recommend if you play this game yourself reading through those because there's a lot to learn about the dev and the mind of the dev through those. We're gonna wait for this mashy spike plate because I don't really want to get punched in the face by it, and then we can just run down the hallway. We're gonna rinse and repeat this process, and we are well on our way to getting our first number of our passcode. There is a bomb at the end of the game that we need to defuse, so we're going to spend the duration of this run collecting these numbers in order to defuse that, because I personally would not like to get blown up. Our first number for this run is going to be 4. If chat would be ever so kind as to help me out with keeping track of numbers, that would be very appreciated.
Write that down. Write that down.
This room we're gonna go ahead and run straight across because there's no gravity in this room, and if we jump, I will get impaled by the ceiling. Wait for these saw blades. There might be a cutscene here, but not this time. Now, we're gonna go over to this corner and wait a second because there's a lot of saw blades in this room, which I think is funny because I was hearing Glovers talk about, saw blades last run during Midna's Shrek run, and there's a lot of saw blades in this game, unfortunately. There is a skip here, but I cannot get it consistent at the moment. I can make it about halfway across this room before I get my face sawed in half. So, for the sake of the run, I will not be doing so. And we're gonna run up this hallway and get our second number of the run, which is looking like an 8. So our first number is 4 and our second number is 8.
It's okay though. Glubbers is a known hater.
This is true. Little Discord jump scare. Unfortunately, I don't know if that got anybody right now because the Halloween Discord notification is on, but if it did, I apologize. And I'll go ahead and close my game real fast to skip that cutscene because I do not want to sit through 2 minutes of text.
Wow, that is a lot of red.
It is a lot of red. Wait for my game to reload. Maybe. There we go. And miss my platform.
Lava is indeed hot.
Just to show off how kind the narrator is to me.
Yeah, what's his problem?
Honestly, I'm not sure. He's kind of just sarcastic for the most part. This segment is a little bit loud, so I'm praying for my audio balancing being accurate. I'm sorry, Variety. Also a mild flash warning here. Now that that is over, we can wait for our portal very impatiently. Wait for the locals. And at this point, I am about halfway through early game, and early game is most of the run, so we're basically done, guys. Thank you, Housewife. Thank you. Make note of those colors. Red means stop, green means go, and blue means jump. That's going to be important later. It's a very large gun, but that's okay. We'll just run past it. This one, too, also not intimidating to me at all. And video game rule of 3, we have to do it one more time. And that is our pew pew level done. It is a very large gun, and I will not be sticking around to find out how bad it hurts. We can all do some counting together. This is the reason I can only count to 4. And last one. I know the portal's over there, but I do not want to go that way. We're gonna go through portal 2. And jump over that spike pit. Kind of a headphone warning here. The point of this room is to ask you a bunch of questions, and it makes you type yes, and then you walk backwards into a pit because you're pressing your S key. But I am not going to fall for that, and instead we're going to keyboard spam through this room a little bit. Got 2 more spiders. Unfortunately, there are clearly marked lines on the floor for this room, so... Try not to smack my head on the ceiling going up that wind tube. Run over here. Don't get hit by the tornado. We're gonna come over here and share this cubby with our friend, if that's okay. And that is that level complete.
For legal reasons, I have to specify
Man,
that
why
this
is
is
everyone so
Steamboat
afraid
Willie,
of spiders?
not the other guy.
We get to play a little game of red light, green light with Steamboat Willie. Very distinctly not the other guy. Don't sue Disney. Hopefully he's nice and we get good RNG and he'll let us walk all the way across. Sometimes he's mean and will make me stop 7 to 8 times on the way across. It looks like so far he's being really nice to— Let's go, dude! Heck yeah. That was the god RNG right there. And
Oh boy!
after we go through this portal, I'm just gonna hold my S key because there is a staircase with a red arrow and I don't trust that. Now we get to play a little game of Simon Says with the spider. Press the red button. Sounds good. Jump over that spike pit, and that is Simon Says complete. Wait for this room to load because it is very bright. For reasons unbeknownst to me, honestly. We are supposed to count how many leaves are on that plant, but I already know the answer because I've played this game 100 times, so instead we're just gonna run over here and we're gonna put in 20. And the narrator is going to make fun of us a little bit for cheating, but that's okay.
Wow, you have photographic memory and totally
We
do
don't listen to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Move out of the way of the traffic.
Ah, yes. The obligatory maze level.
And
No game
we
would be
have
complete without
our
them.
obligatory maze
Or
level,
am I
which I
thinking
do
of
need to
water
lock
levels?
in for just the tiniest bit. I've already taken the wrong route, but that's okay. I do have a backup. Okay. No, we're good. I can recover this. We're
You guys
fine.
remember those like Windows screensavers where you had to go through the maze?
That was a thing.
It was before your time.
I understand. Unfortunate. Okay. I was but a wee babe, yeah.
My bad.
Unfortunately, I might have been too young for that. Okay, after what might have been the longest maze of my life, we're finally almost to the end. A smooth recovery considering I don't think I've ever been in that part of the maze before until now. Not to pull out that this has never happened before card, but that's never happened before. Now this level is inverted, so I'm just gonna go ahead and flip my mouse upside down. Little shout out from the dev to Raph. And take these invisible platforms over here because I do not have time for all of that parkour over there. And my favorite room, the lag room. The dev is very kind and goes ahead and forces some lag on us here. It is not the stream, I promise. And I missed.
Are you good? You seem to be lagging a bit.
Very kind words of encouragement from the narrator.
I will say this game definitely lived up to its name.
Yeah. It is very much a fever meme.
I'm pretty sure I had a nightmare exactly like this at least a couple times before.
I think me too. Especially since starting running this game. I've had this exact nightmare many times in that room. Now, this room takes a little bit to load because it's being very kind and loading a bunch of random colors around the corner for us. Flashing light warning coming up here. Hopefully for less than 2 minutes, but it might be 2 minutes if I'm very bad at my job. Unfortunately, these are very bad colors, so the lights are going to be obnoxious. I apologize, chat.
Truly beautiful.
So how do we feel about saws?
I personally am not a fan anymore, but
You were?
I think they do their job.
Well, on the bright side,
This
at least
parkour
we get to spend
is
longer in
very
this
hard, and
beautifully
I did it
constructed
in
room.
my PB, for the second time ever. So I'm gonna give this one more attempt, and if I don't make it on second attempt, I'm gonna go ahead and take the warp, because me dying adds time with cutscenes, and then it won't warp me. Okay, well that was just a bad jump, unfortunately. What we can do here, since we did fail the parkour again, is go ahead and hold my S key, because the portal is going to be behind us again after the game is nice and warps me.
Okay, I'm honestly getting a headache watching this.
Honestly,
Next.
I
I just realized
also
the
am
room
getting
is-
a headache. Sorry?
The room is green, like Shrek.
It is like Shrek. After Shrek, I
In this
think I
game,
hate them.
a dangerous
Fair.
cube chases you. Each time you successfully jump to the next platform, your score goes up. Don't give up. How high of a score?
So red
do
means
you
stop
get? I
from
mean it.
earlier, in
I
case
think if you
anybody
can
from
manage to
chat
get
was
to
not paying
100 points,
attention.
you'll get
I hope you guys know traffic laws.
Ideal RNG in this segment is to get a spider, because you can just jump over it. Unfortunately, that is a 5% chance. And I am
Oh,
bad with
You
colors.
broke out already? I honestly thought that would have taken you longer to figure out. I didn't even finish building this section of the map yet. Just a moment.
And give the narrator a second to finish building the map for me.
All right, there we go. Oh, silly me.
And we're
I
gonna
forgot
stand
the
here and
exit.
wait for him to build the portal for us.
Hey, we need to have a talk. You're playing through this game way too fast.
You think I'm playing through
It's
this
hard to
game
believe you're taking
fast?
anything
Thank
in
you,
at the pace
narrator. I
you're going at.
appreciate it.
So with that in mind, here is a door that will only open 4 hours from now. You'll thank me
I
later.
mean, that was the one correct thing he said this whole
So
time.
now the narrator has presented me with a door that he's not going to open for 4 hours. Fortunately, unfortunately, we're doing a speed run and I don't have 4 hours. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to change my system time to November 2nd. And it will have been 4 hours. And he's
Thank
going to
you
open the
for
door
your
for us.
patience. In return,
Wow,
I've
really?
got an
Honestly, I had the rest of my
exciting
night
new
planned out for
feature
this.
awaiting you
Sorry,
on the next
Hasfar.
map.
We have a speed run to finish.
And now, without further ado, the next addition to the game.
Now
Are
the
you ready?
narrator's gonna yap a little bit to introduce crouching, but we've played these games before and I already know that we have a crouch button, so I'm just gonna crawl through this tunnel and oh my god, a spider. And the portal is right around the corner. Now we have a really big skip coming up, which is car skip.
Next up, a double jump power
In
up.
a couple
Now we're
levels,
talking.
which is basically a skip that I'm going to explain now because I need to focus while I'm doing the setup, but we are going to stand on top of the vehicle that the game presents us with, and we are going to get our hitbox stuck on the
Okay, I'll
hitbox
admit,
of the
So
vehicle,
far, these new additions have been a
and
bit
spin around really,
dry.
really fast. And get so much momentum that it flings us either into the air or under the map, both of which have hitboxes underneath them, or triggers that will TP us to the end so we do not have to spend a minute and a half driving across the sand. Now the game has given us a little pool to swim around in because it thinks we needed new content or something, but there's also
I
our
can't help
4th
but
number
notice
in
you've been
here.
underwater for a
And what we're gonna
significant
do
amount
is
of
we're gonna
time.
swim around in
I didn't
here
bother properly
for as long
incorporating
as our little
drowning
heart
because I didn't
desires,
think you'd actually be here this long.
until we crash the
I'm not gonna
game.
lie.
Resurface for air
I missed the
before you
third
crash
number.
the game.
We didn't get the 3rd number. We skipped our 3rd number. We'll be back to that later, don't
Oh.
worry.
Please,
Oh,
please.
I
for
was
air.
gonna say.
We'll be back.
I
We'll be
need
back
you.
for that.
I love you.
And our game is crashed. Now we're gonna relaunch that because I'm not playing those games, and we're gonna get our 4th number. Which, don't worry, Hasfar, we can still get number 3. And we're gonna jump in this pit. And the game is going to present us with both our number and a beautiful cutscene. Our 4th number is 2. If I remember correctly, we have 4, 8, space 2? Yeah, awesome. My memory serves me right. Unfortunately, this cutscene is not skippable. The game doesn't want you to get soft locked in here without missing the number. I have tried many a way to break this. So we have to watch out this whole cutscene. The good news is that it is very pretty, and the music is very nice. And I do believe if we look over at that rock, we'll see our good friend the spider, who has been tormenting us for a while now. And we are out of here.
Okay, what about vehicles?
Now we are presented with the car that I was telling you guys about earlier. There is a 50% chance that I don't align my hitbox properly and I get flung to the side and our car drives away, in which case I've
This is
failed
far
the
too
trick and
cramped.
things are going
This won't
horribly
do at all.
wrong.
What you need is a nice open area to drive around in. Ah, that's much better.
Is that a Porsche?
It could be. If I am not mistaken, it is an asset from another
It's
game.
wonderful. Just
I
you,
could not tell you
me,
which one though.
and this giant box for you to
And we
drive
messed up
around
our
in.
trick. Hopefully we can get
What
our
am I
car
gonna
back.
call it, a
We can get our car
sandbox
back.
game?
Okay, we were presented with a second opportunity to hopefully not mess up.
Sorry.
A bad joke by the narrator about a sandbox game. And we have failed yet again. Oh. That's new. I'm glad the game is being gracious and allowing me to keep my car, because normally it does drive very far away and I can't get it back. There we go.
Wait, seriously? You're already done? But you haven't even been playing 5 minutes. You know, some games are literally just this.
Unfortunately,
driving
I do
mindlessly
not
for
have
hours
time to
and
drive
nothing
mindlessly
else.
for hours.
But
We
you're
are
telling me you're
approaching
already
the
done?
end of the
I
run.
just don't get it. What do you want from me?
Got a few
Man,
more
speak for yourself.
rooms.
I have 4 free
I have
hours
thought
all of a
long and
sudden.
hard on this, and I see it all so clearly now. The game has a severe
I'm
lack
very
of
sorry
player
to have
agency.
disrupted
And
your
to address
plans like
this,
that,
I think I've
Hasfar.
come up with something we can both appreciate.
No,
This
it's
next
okay.
game
I'm
mechanic
not hurt.
needs no introduction. Enjoy. Yes. Yes. Oh God.
I'm gonna go ahead
yes.
and fuel the
This is what
narrator's
the game has been missing. The only way this could be
violent
any better
desires,
is
I
if we had a moving
suppose.
target. And I know exactly
Patiently
where
wait for him
find
to
one.
finish yapping.
Do you remember that pesky spider that's been tormenting you through the entire game?
I do remember
Well,
that
I've made him
pesky spider.
completely harmless and trapped him in the next room. Now is your chance
I know what
for
I have to
revenge.
do.
And there it is.
Bang! He
Now the
is
spider
a dead
is
spider.
at your mercy.
Now, normally in this room, if you break that
Nothing?
breakable wood that I shot
probably
earlier,
could have
he
done
will
more with this
run
whole
into that
shooting
room,
mechanic.
and
Oh,
that
well.
is where we get our 5th digit.
What you in this game both
Unfortunately,
need
I do
now
not have
are
time for
thrills,
that, and
not
we are going to
frills.
guess our
So
5th
let's raise
digit.
the stakes, shall
We're
we?
gonna go back for
Clearly,
digit
death has
3
become
later.
meaningless in this game now.
Um,
So from here on out, if something only kills you,
This is a
consider
very tall
yourself
room
lucky.
that we are now
In this
asked to
map,
do
you
parkour
have
up.
to climb all the way to the top to proceed. And if you fall, you start all over
Oh
again.
my god, it's just like
and before
Batman.
you ask, there are no
I
checkpoints. Good luck.
don't believe I've ever played a Batman game. Fortunately, the narrator takes pity on us if we are very bad at platforming. So what we're gonna do
was almost
is
close.
convince him that we're bad at platforming by jumping too high many times
All right, come
and
on.
then
You've got
jumping
this.
off.
Lock in.
He's going to berate
isn't
us a
even
little
that
bit for
hard.
doing so,
We've
but
already
that's
come from
okay
way
because
worse than
eventually
this.
he's going to be very tired of watching us fail, and we're going to be
Can we
given
move
the
this along,
ability to
please?
teleport. And that is what we are waiting for,
you
because
remember
it
when I
takes
told you
about
I
15
believed you
minutes
could do this?
if you do
lied.
this perfectly
Just like she did to me.
to get all the way to the top of this tube. Oh, I missed that jump. Unfortunate. I think that was my last one, too.
All right, bored
That
now.
was my last
If
one.
you're really this awful at platforming, I can just teleport you to the top if you want. It'll kind of ruin the artistic vision I was going for, but
We're gonna
quite frankly,
spam our
this
T
is just
button so
painful.
that when he's
So if
done
you've had
yapping
enough,
about it, he
just press
teleports
T
us.
to teleport.
Got a very long walk from the opposite side of the room because, of course, the game couldn't be kind enough to place me on the side the portal is on. Jump onto that bouncy lava, which is a natural phenomenon that not most people know about. And that is that room completed.
I think I was really onto something in the previous map.
Now,
let's
I don't
push the
trust that
boundaries
glowy green stuff,
even-
so we're gonna
Hey,
jump over that.
Hold on a minute.
Hey,
Really? Are you in that much of a hurry to finish the game now? All right. You want a finale? I'll give you a finale you'll never forget.
We are actually kind of in a hurry to finish the game now. We're doing like a... We're supposed to be doing it quickly. I don't know if maybe nobody told him. Now we have a very long hallway to walk down for dramatic effect, I presume.
To be fair, I don't think the narrator has any idea of what a speedrun is, so...
That's probably true. And one more little pathway into a bottomless pit. And that's that hallway done. My favorite part of the run, hallway simulator. And we're gonna take a quick little detour before we go into that room to get our third digit over here. Chat, I might need some help counting. As we discussed earlier, I can only count to 4. We're gonna need to count the leaves on this plant when presented. That's that very nice tree. And there's our trigger. 4! Oh my goodness, it's a number I can count to. Amazing. So that makes our numbers 4, 8, 4, 2, question mark. Now we're gonna run down this hallway into this scary looking door at the end.
The scary door.
Indeed. It's got a scary red light, that's how you know it's scary. Very dark too, which also makes it scary. Click this button to begin the grand finale. Now I get to play a little guessing game while the narrator does some talking. After he presents, you know, the bomb that I told you guys about.
Wasn't for a final boss fight. It was for something much worse.
So these aren't homemade, these were made in a factory.
A bomb factory.
Countdown sequence.
They're bombs.
This bomb won't kill you. It won't even delete your save file. No. When it goes off, it will completely destroy your copy of the game. Forever. Ubisoft style.
And now is a good time to talk about Stop Killing Games. Hasfar, if you want to go ahead and do that while I do some guessing.
Yes, so if you guys aren't aware, Stop Killing Games was an initiative started over in the European Union to basically stop publishers from making video games unplayable whenever they feel like. So you think about stuff like the original Overwatch or Concord, games that are pretty much, you cannot play them anymore.
I mean,
pretty bad.
1 in 100,000 odds.
The
Sure,
most sewer action on this matter has concluded, and we are pretty much waiting on
Crazier things have happened
several
after
governments
all.
in the European
Park
Union
Ranger
to
Roy
take action on
Sullivan
it. Hopefully
was
things
struck
turn
by
out well,
lightning
but you
7
can visit
different
the Stop
times
Killing Games
and
website
lived.
if you want any
Jim
more
Ginther,
information.
who
See if there is
ironically was a
anything else you want
statistics
to do about
professor
it.
at Stanford
I would highly
University,
recommend visiting. It
won-
is a good cause because don't destroy games.
And we did not destroy this one. Let's go.
But if I don't get my happy ending, why should you?
Wait a minute. I thought we did it.
Herb.
The narrator seems upset. You guys remember that big gun from earlier? Gas.
Gone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
But we get saved by our friend,
You see,
the spider,
originally, when I was working
that
on the
we
ending to this
shot
game,
earlier. So
I
that doesn't make a
thought I
whole
was
lot of
going to
sense,
have
but
the
we're gonna look
spider you
past that.
spared from earlier come and
Oh my
save
gosh,
the
guys,
day.
it's like Super
But as
Metroid.
of the time of this recording, I am going through an
Crazy lore
extremely
drop from the
depressive
narrator.
episode right now. My girlfriend left me for one of my own Twitch viewers in the
That
same
is
month
an incredibly
as
rough
someone in my family
experience.
being diagnosed with cancer. So quite honestly, I
Shut up,
just want to
Glubbers.
finish the game.
Friendship bullets.
So jump
That's
down
true.
below for one of the
He was
hardest boss fights
incapacitated
that
with the
ever
power of
exist.
friendship.
And when you can beat that, we'll call it a day. Salvador will do. I'll just retroactively make it so he was secretly a fascist dictator all along.
Which, if you are a Spanish-speaking individual, Salvador did tell you he was a fascist dictator at the beginning of the game. We have time coming up the second I hit this blue button, and that is time.
Yay!
Incredible. Thank you very much, Squee. It was a fever meme from beginning to end, I would say. Do you have any final shout outs or anything you'd like to say?
I would just, like to say again, Stop Killing Games is a very kind of passionate thing to me. As an Overwatch player, I was a victim of Overwatch 1 shutting down, and I think it's important to keep our devs' hard work around. So especially if you're in the EU, I would recommend looking into that.
Alrighty, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that was it from me.
Excellent. Thank you very much for showing up. Up next, we have, I believe, our final run of today is going to be Super Mario Galaxy. So stick around on Rejects and Friends.